Hello and welcome back to Geeks Wargaming. So today we have another Blood Bowl showcase for you. This is actually my team, the team that I've just used in a local league. Did okay. It was their rookie season, and they got through to the quarterfinals, but unfortunately got knocked out by a very well developed Orc team that was about team value 2000, and I was about 1300 going into that game. So yeah, he had a lot of extra skills and a lot of extra strength. So yeah, needless to say, didn't make it past the quarterfinals, but yeah, still a good season. I'm rejoining it next season, probably with a different team. Haven't quite decided yet, but I thought I'd just show you this team that I'm currently using. Incidentally, this is actually the team which will be playing in our first Blood Bowl game against the Orcs. So that'll be up on the channel very, very soon, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested in Blood Bowl. But without further ado, let's bring a few of these guys closer. So the first guys on the front row, these are all my linemen. Now you may notice there's a little bit of conversion work. Having said that, the first one I pick up is the only one which I haven't actually done any conversion work on. So this is just one of the standard linemen out of the box set. The team that I run for team value 1000 is just 3 linemen, 1 thrower, 4 blitzers, 2 catchers, an ogre and 3 rerolls. So here is my next lineman. Not really a conversion, I've just put like a little bit of a feather in his cap and a purity seal just to make him sort of stand out a little bit more. There are lots of multiples of this pose, all the linemen. In fact, every single player has got just 2 versions of the same pose, so that's why I've tried to sort of make them look a little bit more individual. So yeah, he's the second one. Just give him a quick spin round. Again, like you saw with the Orcs, I've done some some sponge chipping effects on the armour panels and things like that, just to make it look like they've been through a few games with Blood for the Blood God on the knuckle dusters. Last one of the linemen, this one's actually a bit of a sort of a repose and a slight conversion. So he was cut at the waist and rotated at the waist. His arm, this arm, was actually cut off and reposed, and then this is a Catachan Jungle Fighter head, I believe, just to again make him look more unique. Quite happy how he's come out. Next we have my thrower. So those of you that know what the human team looks like will know that this is quite a big difference from the normal thrower. So I've repositioned this arm. This is the one that's usually just straight out with his, well, it's the same hand, it's kind of just palm out that way. And this arm is usually up as if he's throwing the ball, whereas I wanted this guy to look like he was more sort of looking for options rather than just about to throw. So yeah, that is him. Next, this is where the sort of the heavier conversion work comes into place. So this is what your blitzer looks like, your standard blitzer from the box set. The only thing I've done there is I've added the purity seal on his leg plate there. This is what they look like. So you get in the box set you get 2 variants of this. I've actually got 2 versions of the human team, so I could field 4 blitzers, but I didn't want just 4 guys running around looking exactly the same, because also they do look quite similar to the linemen, so it's quite hard if you're new to the game to depict which are the blitzers, which are the linemen, which are your positionals, that type of thing. So I then sort of decided to do a little bit of adding, really. So I just put exactly the same model, and just put the feather on his hat, just so from a distance you can tell that there's 2 different players there. Then the other 2 decided to do slightly heavier conversion work. So this is cut at the waist, repose, built it back up with some green stuff there, put a few ruffles in the shirt to make it look more natural. Then I've changed the arm, so the arm is one of the linesman's arms, and then the face is again a Kata-chan jungle fighter face, I believe. So yeah, I'm quite happy how he came out. My team is actually called the Fishermen, and I've named them all after famous people who enjoy a bit of fishing. So this guy is actually Kevin Costner, so I think he kind of looks a little bit like Kevin Costner. This one is probably the heaviest conversion in the team. So yeah, again, repose at the waist, Age of Sigmar Stormcast Eternal helmet, repose the arm, and then put the ball stuck to the hip. So really happy. He's probably my favourite out of all of them in the team, so really happy with how he has come out. Next we'll move on to the catchers. So again, you get a couple of catchers that look like this, so I decided to repose, so it was just sort of cut him off the base, position him leaning this way rather than that way, and then cut his arms, just sort of to bend them, and positioned this hand so it looks like he's sort of falling down and receiving a catch that way rather than sort of jumping up to catch the ball like the other catcher. So yeah, there's no additional parts other than the feather. It's all converted from the original model. Really easy to do. I've also seen some where you can use the thrower's legs. That looks quite good as well, so I suggest doing that if you're thinking about converting the humans up. Next, slightly more special players. So this is actually the Forge World, I think it's Grack and Cranberry box set, but at the time the Blood Bowl Ogre wasn't released, so I painted this one up ready for the start of the season, and decided just to keep him in the roster because I wouldn't actually use that star player combination with this team anyway. So yeah, I thought I'd just go with that. But it's a really nice model, Forge World, so it's a resin one. Again, all the chipping effect on it and the blood for the blood god. I think he looks really cool. This was actually Ray Mears is the name of this player. Unfortunately, in I think it was the second to last game of the season, Ray Mears got killed in a game twice. Yeah, so that was really good. You may ask how he got killed twice. Well, he got killed. I then used my apothecary to get him back onto the pitch. He came back onto the pitch the next drive, and then he got killed again. So yeah, it wasn't his day. So this is now actually Ray Mears Jr. Because yeah, I couldn't think of any other names to give him. So yeah, he's back in the team. And the last two, these are actually star players. One of these you'll see featured in the exhibition game that we're putting up shortly. So this is actually Griff Oberwald. He is one of my favourite star players in Blood Bowl. He's just really, really awesome. He's quick, he's strong, he's got good agility, and he's got some very good base skills built in. So he's got like dodge, block, fend, all the good stuff to make him more survivable, but you can also use it offensively as well. So painted him up in the same colours as the rest of the team because I thought, well, he's only going to be playing with my team, so why not? Gave him red boots because I kind of thought, well, you know, a lot of the big football players tend to have like flashy coloured boots, so I thought that Griff would go something like that. There's two head options for this guy as well. There's the helmeted and the unhelmeted. The unhelmeted, I think he looks like Elvis Presley, so I wasn't too keen on that, so I decided to go with the helmeted version, but really happy with how he came out. And then last but not least is the Mighty Zug. So the Zug, I'm not sure if he's a good player or not. In fact, I'll tell you now, he's not a very good player. He's quite expensive. I think he's like 200 gold pieces to hire or something like that. He's strength 5, which is pretty good. He's got block again, which is good with strength 5, but he's movement 4, agility 2, his armor's 9, so you know, where you want to stick him is probably on the line of scrimmage. You kind of want to use him as a bit of a blitzer, but he's too slow with movement 4, so you have to really stick him on the line of scrimmage. And if you are inducing him in a league game, that's because your opponent has some really tasty players. So I did actually field this guy throughout the season against Norse. And yeah, Norse have got a Yeti, and Yetis have got Claw, which reduces your armour to armour 7. So yeah, he got badly hurt in the first half, so he didn't really have much of an impact on the game. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous model. The sculpt on this, I mean, if you look at the neck and the scar in there, really, really nice. Had to paint him with some stripy socks just to tie him in with the team. Really happy with how they came out there. I think it looks really cool. And then the rag, he's just been obviously wiping all the blood off his knuckle dusters there. So yeah, but that's it. That's my team. I have actually got all magnets in the bases, and I have magnetised the ball there, so it just snaps on. Just stops you spilling the ball. So that's a good little tip that I'd give anyone that's playing Blood Bowl. Just stick your magnet in there. So that's just like a bit of milliput that I've covered the hole with, really, and embedded the magnet into there. So yeah, that's it. That's my showcase of my team. So thanks for watching, guys. Keep a lookout for the Blood Bowl game that's coming up soon, and yeah, we will see you in the next one.